Hey everyone, welcome back to Sparkle with Sophie. On today's video, we're going to be looking at makeup brushes and tools. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I get a lot of people that ask me about makeup brushes, where to get them, what they're good for, which ones are used with what products. So I'm just going to take you through my brushes that I have and what I use them for. Okay, firstly, foundation. If I'm going for a very full glam look, or just I want a full coverage base, I'm going to use a brush that's quite dense but also has movement in it. So I've got these two right here. This one's from Urban Decay. This one is the number 56 from Sephora. So as you can see with these brushes, they're very dense, but they have movement in them, which is perfect for buffing and blending the foundation. So if you have something like the NARS Sheer Glow or the NARS Radiant Foundation, which are two of my favourites, as well as something like the Studio Fix by MAC, you can just put them on the back of your hand, put them on your brush and really buff and blend them into the skin. Really, really nice, really easy to do with these style of brushes. Or if you've got something like the MAC Face and Body or a Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder, a very light foundation, even like a tinted moisturiser, you'd want something like these brushes. So this is by MAC, this is the 132, and this is by Morphe, this is the M707 brush. As you can see, they are very flat brushes and they are absolutely brilliant for very runny light foundations. You can almost just paint them on the face. Really blend it all in, press it all into the skin for a very light, flawless coverage. And these brushes are just brilliant for that. Or if you just don't have time for brushes, or you don't own lots of different brushes, these tools are absolutely brilliant. This is called a beauty blender. So you can just take your product, your foundation, take it off the hand, or you can just put the foundation directly on the skin, whatever you prefer, and you can just blend it all in just with your beauty blender. This is also really good when I had acne and I was suffering with very red, irritated skin. I found this was brilliant because it didn't move the product around my skin too much, and I could really get maximum coverage using this because I could almost just pat it into the skin. Then we're going to talk about concealer. So for my concealer, I like to use something like this. This is an eyeshadow blending brush. I love to use this for things like concealer and highlighter because it's slightly bigger, and I could just really get my concealer and I can blend it right underneath the eyes. Just like so, because that's a very important place to get your concealer, and it can be quite tricky because obviously it's a small area and you do come into contact with the lashes. And also it's just a lovely brush to use for something like highlighter because you can really get it up the cheekbones and just down the brow, the nose and on the cupid's bow. Then we move on to something for your bronzer and your contouring of the face. Now if you're going to use powder products, you want something like these. This is the Morphe M104. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Powder and Sculpt. These brushes are gorgeous. I love this one because it's angled, and also because this one has a slight point on the tip, and you can just use them to really get into those cheekbones and create that structure, that dimension that you want to the face. So really, really, really nice brushes. You don't want something too big either because you don't want the bronze to get absolutely everywhere. You want to stick to something which has an angle and a shape to it. However, if you like to use creamier products, something like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit for your blending, your sculpting, your contour, you want something like this. This is the Morphe R30 brush. You can just take that product if it's straight out of the cream contour kit, or if you've got like a chubstick and you just pull the lid off and you want to take it off there, and you can just literally draw it on the face with this. You can even use the very tip to contour the nose, or you can take it around the head. You can then use your foundation brush, one of the denser ones, to then blend that in to the face. So that's very important. And then the blusher. I love blusher. I really am a big blusher fan. I like to use very fluffy brushes. Yes, this is actually a powder brush from Charlotte Tilbury, but I just really like it because it is big and it has lots of movement in it. And also this is the Morphe E3 brush. Absolutely brilliant. You can concentrate most of the product just on the top of the brush, and you can really dust it on the cheeks because you don't want something very dense because it's going to pick up too much of the product, and trying to apply it to the face might remove other products on the skin like your foundation and concealer. So definitely a very light brush with lots of movement throughout the bristles to just dust the product onto the face. Then you want something for your powder. I love to use this brush. This is the MAC 100 brush. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can just pick up the powder and just dust it over the face. It's very fluffy, can pick up the product but has lots of movement in it, and you can just dust it throughout the face. Also, it's got a tip which I always like, so you can just really put it in certain places if you want it under the eyes or whatnot. Then you want the eyes. So for the eyes, you need to have blending brushes, which are these. These are both from Morphe multi-packs, or I do have a Charlotte Tilbury blending brush right here. Absolutely brilliant. As you can see, they all look very similar. They're almost like miniature powder brushes. So you can just pick up your colour and blend it, whether it's with a window wiper motion, circles, whatever is best for you to just blend in all the different colours in the eyes. These are absolutely brilliant. As you can see, this one is a bit flatter. But these are my favourite. The Charlotte Tilbury one is my all-time favourite because I just think it's so precise, the way it's been made, the shape of it, and to really pick up the colours and blend it into the eyes. Then you've got this bad boy. This is also from a Morphe multi-pack of brushes. I like it because you can see it's flat. So that's brilliant for doing things like cut creases or picking up pigments. Now, cut crease is when you literally cut the crease in your eye. So you wanted to do an ombre eye or an eye that is part colour, part glitter. You want to cut it with a product. For example, the P. Louise base is absolutely brilliant to do cut creases. And you'd want to use something like this to pick up that product, and then again using this brush to pick up something like colour pigments, which would be your glitters if you were to buy a pigment palette from somewhere like if you were to go to MAC, or you were to buy the small MAC pigments that they have. You can just pick up those glitter pigments and pat it very gently onto the eye. Brilliant flat brush for doing that. You also have your smudge brushes right here. These are both from Morphe. Charlotte Tilbury also does one that I love. And you can just take the eyeshadow that you're putting on top of the lid and your eyeliner, and you can just smudge it underneath the eye. Absolutely brilliant brushes for just fitting right underneath the eye, just underneath the lashes, to blend in your kohl or your pencil liner, and also to spread the eyeshadow and blend that all underneath there so it's all joined throughout the eyes. Then you want to look at the Morphe M158, which is a brilliant brow and liner brush. As you can see, I can pick up gel liner with this brush. It's angled, it's very tiny and precise. So you can do your gel eyeliner, or you can do it for your eyebrows. If you were to use something like the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, which is a brilliant eyeshadow, a brilliant eyebrow product, you can just pop it all throughout the brows, and you can also use the other end to brush the brows. So definitely worth having something like this. Absolutely brilliant. Then for your lipsticks and for your lip glosses, you want something like an angled lip brush. I absolutely love this product. It sits perfectly when I want to put my gloss on. If I want to take the lipstick off the actual lipstick, like bullet almost, and just spread it onto my lips, this is brilliant to use for that. And it's also really good to have one of these if you are doing a red lip, because you do need to be very precise with that. As well as this, you want to check out Morphe for your multi-pack brushes. This is what I mean when I say bought from a multi-pack. As you can see, I've got lots of different eyeshadow brushes, from the blending brushes, from the smudging brushes, from the brushes I'd use for pigments. All of these just come in a little pack. So if you're a beginner and you're just learning, definitely head to one of these first. Also, another tip with your brushes is you want to clean them with something like baby shampoo. Now, Johnson's baby shampoo is brilliant for cleaning my brushes. I clean all of them with it, and as you can see, they look absolutely brilliant. It hasn't damaged the bristles on them at all. It's just lovely. I know some people like to use alcohol, but I do find that it dries out my brushes, so I try to avoid that. As well as this, in this video today, I wanted to mention my favourite types. I like Charlotte Tilbury, I like Morphe, I like Real Techniques, and I like MAC. Those are like my favourite places to get my brushes from. Also, check out Morphe, who often have a sale on, whether in the UK or in the US, because I love to just get random brushes for there. Some of their brushes I can get for about $4 when they're in sale. So definitely check that out. But thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time for Sparkle with Sophie.